Welcome to West Michigan's Morning News. Steve Kelly, Brett Bakita, Rick Alvin. Listen carefully. If you have kids who someday might want to go to college, joining us on the live line this morning from the website, collegeprepgenius.com. Once again, Jean Burk. Jean, George Washington University has dropped this idea, these SATs, the ACT, these entrance exams, and enrollment went up. But, Jean, what are they getting? What are we finding? Is this a trend that's coming soon to a college near us?
You know, not necessarily. And I think what people need to know, they need to be aware of test optional schools. I mean, I think, we still got 95% of colleges, taking entrance exams. What we're finding happening is that, yes, they're dropping the test, but what people don't realize is most of these test optional schools, number one, they're specialized schools. Number two, if you want to get scholarship money, you still have to send in your SAT score. And a lot of them have their own form of entrance exam. So it's not that you're so much getting away from a test. But I think what the problem is that, you got to understand what the SAT measures. It doesn't measure, how smart you are, how much money you have. They're critical thinking and logic tests. So what colleges do is they use these SATs and ACT tests. They record the data over a period of years, and that way they can be able to kind of, in sort of the best way possible, predict the student's future in college because, 4.0 at one high school isn't the same at another high school.
So when you look at the preparation for college, I mean, you make it sound, and it sounds logical, that if you're going to get any kind of scholarship money or any kind of help, you're going to take this test, even if you're going to a test optional school. So this really doesn't have a huge impact in terms of the preparation for college.
No, not at all. You see, colleges go up on their rankings nationally based on their test scores. So the higher the score, of course, you make them look good and they give you more money in exchange for it. So, it's not a predictor necessarily of, what you know. They're just thinking tests. Because, and that's what I think, I get upset when people say, well, that article, a lot more minorities signed up. That's great. I'm so thankful that, people felt more comfortable to sign up. But really, the SAT has nothing to do with how much money you make because it's not about taking a very expensive prep school and learning how to take the test. I mean, I get valedictorians and people who spent $10,000 on private tutors who come to my class who their scores went down. These are just logic tests. I just tell students, you don't even have to take a prep class. If you will take the time and you will, get a bunch of SAT tests and start studying, and you'll start seeing recurring patterns. It'll take you a lot longer. I mean, I've already figured it out, but you could do that. That doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, you can get prep books for free, or you can get them online from the College Board.
Jean, if you have an idea, maybe there's only a couple of schools that you're looking at, or maybe there's one that you're set on and you've got a high enough GPA and so forth. I mean, obviously, do your homework. Don't take tests you don't need to take, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, not at all. 85% of colleges will give money based on your test score. And I think what people need to understand is the difference between merit-based and need-based. So if you have, if you've got higher family contributions, certainly your SAT score is going to, mitigate that. If you've got low GPAs, your SAT is going to mitigate that. It really, I've been teaching kids on how to ace the SAT for 11 years, and I've seen kids get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of scholarships from so many different schools, and because it does come down to that test score. So even if you got into a test optional school, then you got to pay for it. Why not try getting an amazing score and having them pay you to go to their school?
You can find out more at collegeprepgenius.com. Jean Burk, as always, a pleasure. Thank you.